last time we left off, it was the aftermath of the mission you guys went on the session before last that saw Conrad narrowly survive what was believed to be an assassination attempt in the form of his office computer exploding when he tried to use it. Um, an investigation was made, but no leads were found. The assassin covered his or her tracks perfectly. Mikhail Gorbachev, Osama bin Laden, Fat Mikey was considered a prime suspect due to something that El Presidente learned in the audit he received, and he was taken into custody during lapping with the Fifth Council meeting. After it was determined that he wasn't the guy, he was released, and focus shifted to El Presidente getting some urgent news from Dr. Hensley regarding the loss of contact with a research station and the need to put together a team to address it, which we shall do now. So with El Presidente being nowhere to be found, I guess it kind of falls down um, to you guys. I'm assuming obviously all the PCs are going to go. Um,
Always.
so
Yeah.
and then in terms of it, as was said before, there is like a mandated team that is going on these missions, which in this case we have. Let's see. Um, so Dr. Hensley has put together, um, three associates of hers, namely an engineer named Richard Rodriguez, a familiar face in terms of Ron Anderson, the medic, and her assistant Malcolm McCormick as a sort of like a science advisor. Um, so you've got these three people. Um, and then obviously hold on, Collins is no longer around, so I'll move him out of the way. Um, the PCs, and then you guys as a group can collectively decide if there are any other NPCs you want to bring along with you, who would that be?
Can you make it so that we can see the names of the NPCs?
Sure. Hold on. Well, these two tokens are just kind of generic characters because they're kind of
Yeah, that's
one-offs,
fine.
but like uh, Anderson will
There
make
should be
his.
an option to like always show the name in the token
Right.
itself.
I always just do hovered by anyone,
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
'cause- so that way you can hover over his name and see what's going on. Um. So yeah, in terms of these, is this the overall group you want to have, or
We bring
Um,
along. I think we bring along some of the security folks as well.
okay?
Since Presidente is not coming, I don't think we would bring the soldiers. Let me look at my notes for the security people.
Yeah, I will say I will have Presidente tag along just in the event that Blitz eventually shows up, and then that way his
ah,
character is there.
yeah.
So, and it's been the norm that he personally goes on the missions, but in this case he'll just be kind of in the background, and you guys can actually make the executive decisions. So,
Yeah, so we can bring along. Let's see. How many could we bring? Could I just bring along all the new people? Kritzer, Mercer, Taisuke, Veliki.
yeah, because you have so as was said before, with the weather being what it is, you won't be able to fly, but you do have rovers that can hold 12 people.
Well,
Which,
let's
interestingly
see.
enough, actually, like the passenger capacity in the vehicle like stat says 12, but the fucking sheet says 20, or the description says 20, so I'm going to change that to 20.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say we want enough extra space to bring the people back if we need to.
So, all right, so the new hires of the security team go along, and so that leaves you uh, with 12. And also with you guys getting like gathered together, um, Dr. Hensley would share a dossier with you, and then obviously like with El Presidente and everybody else that has both schematics of the outpost itself and then also a personnel roster, which the personnel roster is So there's a deputy science officer named Raul Hernandez, a security officer, Corporal Leah Hutchins, a medical doctor named Don Howard, an engineer named Kelly Fry, and then sort of secondary um, research staff. There's Dr. Lucy O'Brien, who's a botanist, and Dr. Henry Cano, who is a chemist. Which I will put all these names in notes if you just give me a sec. So let's see. Okay, there we go. So just for reference, that's the outpost staff. Okay, so anyway, so back to the matter of the search party. Is this all you're bringing with you? Just these 12?
That could be enough.
I mean, how big is the outpost?
Let's see. I have a map which I will bring up now because you do have the schematics of it, and let's see. Activate. You should have vision of it.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if it's not too big, then we should.
I also noticed,
That's
John, you're not even in Foundry, apparently.
yeah. I'll be there in a second. I'm finishing something up real quick.
But in terms of the science outpost, it's definitely not like a massive installation, but it's not just like one building.
Yeah,
It's essentially a bunch of like
Mm.
little connected modules, and then it has like
Yeah.
a perimeter fence around it. So
yeah. I believe like 12 people is more than enough to sweep it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Should leave
I
room
was
for survivors.
expecting. I was expecting like a big complex that had several different layers and rooms, but if it's
yeah, no,
just
it's just a one-story facility. So
yeah, then it's just kind of like, oh, okay, well, never mind, we're good.
so
Yeah. That should be enough people. By Conrad's kind of perception, there, he wants enough room to be able to uh, bring back if anybody's injured and needs to be brought back to the main colony. So yeah, just in case. Though there is a medical bay, anything that's needed should be able to be
so
fixed. It's probably just a down
certificates.
transmitter.
We can hope, right?
Yeah.
Hope and pray.
Yeah, just a down transmitter as always.
Yep.
It's nothing scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after all, you killed all the aliens on that ship, right? Right?
Right.
Sure.
So,
Yes.
um,
That was on a different planet, also.
right. But yeah, jokes. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, there actually genuinely were not any further aliens other than the one you just like obliterated. So, um, anyway, so I'm assuming then you have your finalized team put together. So I'll copy that and put that on the new map. Um, because now you're not going to get there just instantly, however, because as was said last session, so it's a dark and stormy night. Um, the weather is not that great, and you are going to have to do a piloting role to drive, safely, which is going. I mean, I'm assuming Richard is driving, but somebody else can drive if you value the ability to push.
I
I
don't have
mean,
any piloting.
I'm rolling 13 dice.
Okay, I mean, if you want to roll, you can. Okay, yeah.
Why is it
You were.
private role?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know why it was set to private.
Oh,
Oh, that
well,
Probably
I
for some
know
did
why.
talent before.
did something at the end of the last
I
session.
know. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, now I know why.
All right, um, so you avert the need for a driving mishap because I actually made a modified version of the Twilight 2000 table, but um,
Aw.
so yeah, because it would have. Well, I mean, just for reference, do you want to know what the results would be if things had
Yeah.
gone?
Yes.
Okay, so on a one, because it's a D6 roll, so on a one, the vehicle becomes inoperable. On a two,
Oh.
the engine stops due to dirt or water in the fuel, and all the fuel needs to be drained and the vehicle refuel. So you'd have to wait for like a refuel truck, or actually you
Resupply.
probably have like some probably a spare jerry can.
Spare fuel
Number
canteens.
three
Yeah.
is the driver makes a wrong turn somewhere and needs to turn around and go back. A shift of movement is lost, and the driver must make a second piloting roll to -1. 4,
Genius.
a tire or track is blown and the vehicle cannot move any further, and it requires a heavy machinery roll with a +2. Only one attempt per shift can be made. 5, the vehicle gets stuck and moves no further. Getting loose requires a stamina roll or help from another vehicle. One attempt per shift can be made. And number 6, the vehicle crashes into a tree, rock, or barricade and suffers component damage,
Fucking
Ow.
awesome. Like the table.
which has
Yeah.
a slight possibility for like the fuel tank to get ruptured and explode.
Why not? Always, at least 136 to leave for some fun. Fun
Yeah.
kablooies.
Yeah, but luckily that didn't happen. So, um, actually, hold on, wait. Uh, yep. So, um, anyway, so yeah, you guys make it to the outpost, and when you finally get there, um, a couple of things are very much out of place. Um, where the first thing is that you notice that the gate to the complex um is
Is open.
wide open, yes. And by the way it's designed, it could not have been blown open by strong wind. Um,
It's wide open. Is there any damage on it? Need to get
yeah, let's
closer.
get into that. But like, yeah, you hear the engineer go like, whoa, 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 like the engineer and the science officer pretty much at the same time, like that gate should not be open. Um, and then the second thing is the power is out.
This is very unexpected.
So,
All right. So, so I'm guessing you want me to take points since I'm kind of expendable.
No,
You're not expendable. You're
absolutely,
repairable.
absolutely not. You are a valuable member of our team, and you shall be in the back with me.
so I can use a human shield.
You said it, not me, but yeah, that is what he is thinking. You're a valuable member. I cannot use you as a human shield if you are up front. Then that means I would have to be up second, which is a no fucking go.
You're like, no, thank you.
Yeah, a recent
Ah,
member have already been shot in the mouth and blown up, so um but anyway,
Sheriff,
so
your security forces, they can
Yeah.
go up
So
front.
I guess what I'll do is, since we have a couple PCs who are not here, so basically I will tell Kate to sort of stay in the transport with Presidente and um, Simone.
all right.
And be like, yeah, I assume we all have radios. Like, I don't know if we're
Right.
carrying them, but
Yeah, no,
there's
you'd
like,
have radios.
yeah. So I'll be like, all right, just stay here. You know, call us on the radio if anything happens.
And Kate nods and says, "Got it, sir." Um, but anyway, in terms of the exterior assessment, because there is definitely more to it, does anybody want to do an observation roll?
I will do an observation roll.
See if you
Someone
notice
wants to
something out of
assist
the
me.
ordinary. Well,
dude,
let's see. In terms of assistance, let's see.
I
Elijah
can't
has
assist.
2. Um, Kawa has, yeah,
I
so
have
you could
one.
get up to a +3 from people looking out with you. +3 rather, so. Okay, you succeed, that's all you need. And you notice as you're, so, the power's out and you're kind of looking around doing like sweeping a flashlight around, you notice, other than leaves and branches being scattered about, there is no structural damage to speak of, which raises the possibility that somebody deliberately cut the power.
Interesting.
Like basically, like there aren't any like snapped or like broken antennas or like radio towers or anything like that. Like everything is perfectly intact structurally, but the power is still out.
Or the damage could be on the inside.
That is also a possibility.
As
Software issues, maybe.
Yeah, as we approach the door, can someone like maybe Conrad, investigate the door and see like, hey, was the door? Oh, I don't
I
know.
am good with investigation.
Well, he can
What?
he can well maybe he can do tech rolls. I don't know. Somebody who's not going to destroy a drone. Um,
I will take a look at that door. Yes,
yeah, and
thank you.
basically we want to see like, hey, was this like hacked into? Was it like forced open in some way? Can we tell like how it was opened, basically?
Yeah. So it doesn't
I,
seem
I'm
broken. It seems open, right?
Yeah, and I would say as you get closer, some more things that Conrad notices. I mean, if you're moving up together, so two things. Number one is, and you would have one of the NPCs point this out, is that you notice. So the facility is issued two ATVs by default, like the orange buggies. One of them for trips down to the research site, and one spare, whether it's needed for a rescue team or just if the first one breaks down. Only one of them is present.
uh, boy.
Maybe some of them tried to get back to Terra Nova?
Uh, do they have transponders on
No.
those ATVs? Oh,
Do
I have
we have comms back at Terra Nova?
Due to how far you have driven, the the range of like your personal radios and the storm, I would say
Hmm.
no.
Understood.
I have a question. The structure of this building, so is this like dashed line? Is that like the outside of it?
That no, it's like a perimeter fence.
Okay. And so like the green area inside, that's just like open grass or something?
Yeah, like so basically like this kind of stuff right here, like this is just like natural terrain. Um, Obviously like the
Okay.
the green walls and then like this kind of discolored, like this is like obviously the inside of the complex, but
Okay.
the
Okay.
dotted line is the fence. And then the last thing you notice, with you two in particular being up on point, is in the hallway of the quote unquote airlock, there are boot prints leading outside, and the only reason you know that is because there's a bit of blood in them.
Oh no.
And I would say you both get 1 point of stress for seeing that.
An indication of violence, it seems.
Something bad happened here. The footprints, I assume we cannot see them continuing outside the corridor.
Yes. Yeah, because the rain and the mud by this point it kind of covered up the evidence. So
Okay.
assuming that is Emily that has jumped in, yes.
Hi guys.
So just for a
hello.
quick primer on what's going on. So the party, as I don't know if you recall it last time, but El Presidente was approached by Dr. Hensley, who's saying there's a research outpost that's gone silent. We need to go see what's going on.
Mhm.
So the party has pulled up on said outpost, and several things are very out of place. Number one, the gate is wide open. Um,
Oh.
the power is out, and it's susceptible. Like, while it is possible that like something happened inside, it's structurally fine. So somebody might have deliberately cut the power, and then on top of that, the facility has issued two ATVs. One of them is missing. And the most alarming thing that Albert and Conrad just discovered is that they're boot prints leading outside, and the only reason you know that is because there's a bit of blood in them. Like somebody like stepped in
Oh,
some blood or was dripping blood and was heading outside.
joy. This. I smell a horror movie occurring here.
Yeah. I
It
guess you
could
can
very
join us.
well be.
We left you in the
Yeah.
buggy, but you can join us.
Yeah.
It could all just very well be that some injury happened. A power coil or something just went awry. Somebody got injured. Maybe they can't fix it in the medical bay, and they decided to take the bloody wounded person on the ATV and go back to our place and seek extra help there. I mean, let's hope it's just that. But in case
Like
it is
along those
not.
lines, I was going to ask: is there a direct path, or did we just have to like plow through it?
There would be like a trail or like one or more trails that would lead to it's not like you're driving straight through jungle. Like there would be like
Yeah,
a
There would have been a
series of
regular people going back and forth, right?
yeah, like they're
yeah.
like Terra Nova, like because of all the different outposts and stuff like that, like outposts and mining like quarries and stuff, like you have like sort
Yeah.
of an interconnected network of
Dirt
trails.
trails, yeah, that have
We
been
would
like
have
cleared
seen
just for
them
travel.
probably.
Yeah, that well, if there's multiple, we might
Yeah,
not have seen them.
that like the person
That's
could have been going a
that,
different way if somebody was
yeah,
leaving
Mhm.
this.
that was what I was getting at. Was did they possibly take another route that we did not, take to get here? And that answered my question. So
Just in case the if the injured party is not the one that took it, but an aggressive personnel, maybe we should, with caution, but still hurry up as much as we can so that we can see what happened and go back to our base and make sure that they are all right.
I'm pretty sure Terra Nova is just fine because you have to remember we still have we have more security personnel there. We didn't take everybody, and then El Presidente has his goon squad.
Oh god, that does not fill me up with confidence. But yes, nothing large nothing of large scale should be happening there. You're right. I'm just being paranoid as always.
Being overly paranoid.
Okay, so before we go in, I want to do a scan of the facility with my motion tracker.
Okay, so power roll.
Oh, is this thing supposed to have 3 bays?
I think if it's like the M314, I think it's 5.
Yep, you just never recharged it like a
Oh, okay,
phone that
okay.
you want
Yeah, which I
forever.
mean, I would assume that you would have recharged it, so you can manually change it to
Yeah.
5.
Uh,
Okay.
okay,
You do not pick up any movement or release any movement that would be large enough to generate a signal.
okay.
So,
I'll tell the team, well, I don't see any signs of movement. Let's proceed in cautiously. Try to find any survivors. There could be injured people inside.
okay. Who's taking point?
I think Richard
Normally I
volunteered.
do. But I volunteered, but Conrad
Uh,
said no. I'm staying in the back with him. So
Strategically, the motion tracker should be up on point so that it doesn't get interfered with people in front of it.
That's not how the
exactly,
motion tracker works.
I'm pretty sure it does.
it works some way like
I'll
that.
take point with Albert behind me.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll move you
Be
guys
careful,
into the
Simone.
airline. So, and you do, I mean, you do all have flashlights. I mean, like, power's out, lights are out, but you do have flashlights that should be established. So, and then I guess the
Cool.
security team will guard the civilians. Okay, so, yeah, as you get into the facility, like, so you notice that this door was also left open. And when you make your way in here, well, I mean, are you going to walk straight into the room, or are you going to like take a look into the room first?
Yeah, I think we would be careful, like taking a look in the room before we go in them.
Okay. In that case, observation.
Let's see, Simone, what's your observation? You want to roll? Or I could roll.
I have a pool of 9.
All right.
Okay,
If
that's
you're the
better than
highest,
me.
then you roll.
And I can assist you because I'm up front.
Cool. Nice. So observation plus.
Nice. So as you're looking around, you're kind of panning around with the flashlight. Like what definitely makes your skin crawl, which is kind of like, again, one stress for all relevant parties. Uh, Written on the walls, there are actually phrases like "This is not a dream," "Wake up," and "Find the cure."
What?
And you also note that the scent of death lingers in the air, and the compound is eerily silent.
Oh God. Yeah, you said we're getting a stress for this?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I have another question. Were we told what exactly this research station was supposed to be researching?
Yes, that's a good question. You would have been told that by Dr. Hensley, which this station, let me just double check my notes because I was starting to wander around idly as I do. Um, it was, hold on. It was mainly like regional, like, because like this is like the sort of like the area that it's in is more like a swamp kind of wetlands area,
Mm-hmm.
like a different region than the main colony. So it's kind of like research on this area of the planet, mainly, investigating the the native like foliage, kind of to see if there's any like medicinal applications and this or
Yeah.
that, and do like weather readings, like
Uh,
all the boring shit. It was not like a genetics research facility or anything
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Could,
So
could it could it
we
be
need to
a
get to the lab.
potential gas leak? Some pocket of minerals and gases, and gave gave them some hallucinations or something.
My thoughts exactly. That's why we need to get to the lab. And before we go in, any of you that normally breathe need to, probably put on some bio suits just to be safe.
Yeah, is there like a air mask or something we could put on?
Um, yeah, I would say in the in the room there would be like like racks with like emergency rebreathers. There would not be enough for
Con-
all of the characters, but um,
Are they enough
like
for
as
3?
yeah, there would definitely be enough for 3, but I'm just saying like for everybody in the party over here, there would not be enough.
Make sure the medic has one as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anderson will come along and get one.
If the others can maybe wait outside
Yeah, they'll have
until
to,
we
I
have
guess.
confirmation. Oh wait, do I have a sea burn kit?
I mean, do you?
Fuck. No. Hmm. I do have a Samani E series watch, which let me see what it does.
I don't think it would detect
Yeah,
poisons
yeah.
and
It's
shit.
just
Tracks time, oxygen, and pressure levels.
so no,
Yeah,
it
nothing.
wouldn't detect any like contaminants in the air.
No.
Yeah,
So, anyway, if you're going into the like, I mean, I'm assuming you're going into the room to get the rebreathers, so you're not just standing around
absolutely.
potentially breathing in something dangerous.
Yeah.
So you all make
Yep.
it into the
We'll go and get him.
room, and I mean, I'm assuming you also in the process, like, is one person going to get them while the others kind of examine the room, or
Uh, Conrad is definitely going to get first. He'll get it for the rest
uh,
as well, but he wants
okay?
to make sure that he has one for
Um,
himself and his compadres.
I'll look around the
so
room while he's grabbing him.
while that's going on, let me just scroll back down to what I was looking at. While patrolling the space, I would say. I mean, I guess Anderson like falls over, or well, he almost falls over, but he quickly gains his footing, and he looks down and says, "Guys, you might want to take a look at this." Um, and there is a dead body.
Oh shit.
Oh God.
Conrad
Is there
hands
any
out the rebreathers quickly to the party there.
is there
Don't touch it.
any visible cause of death, like stab
Yes,
wounds, gun
very
wounds?
obviously hurt. Um, so first of all, the body is a female in her late 20s, possibly early 30s. Her cause of death was having her throat slit.
Ooh,
Um, from the name tag on her
okay.
shirt, based on what you've been told by Dr. Hensley, this is Kelly Fry, the engineer. And it's worth noting that as you're kind of looking around, whatever was used to slit her throat is nowhere in sight, suggesting that A, she didn't kill herself, and B, whoever killed her is still out and about, potentially still in the compound.
Hey.
Mm.
This is going to be interesting.
I'm getting worried that the one that is out there is not an injured one, but a violent
The
one.
crazy one.
Whoever came through here didn't close the doors, so they were quite in a hurry. Well, it could be then an escapee as well, but be very careful. Nobody goes into any room alone,
Exactly.
at least in twos.
Yeah, I'll radio to the team outside, and I'll be like, we may have someone on the loose who's dangerous. Be on the lookout, because we saw the, not on the radio, but like we
Yeah.
saw the footprints coming from this room. It seems like they may have run out.
Yeah, and I will say in terms of radio, I mean, you do have enough radio range to reach out to the guys outside, or hell, you could even send somebody out to go tell them. But,
Yeah.
I would hope a radio would go like
oh,
50
absolutely, yeah,
feet or whatever.
yeah, no, you're fine. So, um, the I guess the three security team members, I mean, they'll have the civilian. I mean, well, in parts they're not just standing out in the rain. They'll bring them back into the rover, and then also kind of keep out lookout positions. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like basically also sort of surrounding the rover, but all obviously staying in line of sight of each other. So, but anyway, so in the back inside, um, so what are you guys doing right now?
I think first we should try to go to the generator, try to
Yep,
get the power back.
yep. So, um, and I will say the doors are not like big sealed bulkheads. Like these are doors that can be opened without power. So you
I will stay in the computer lab and just like secure this area while folks are in the
okay.
generator room.
So in that case, who's going to the generator room?
I guess that leaves me to go to the generator room.
Yep.
Sorry, Conrad.
Be careful.
I'm a lot
Probably
tougher
Richard
than I
and
look.
Sparrow,
I'll go in
or
there to
probably
see
Simone
them.
and Sparrow, because
Richard
they
is
can maybe
well,
fix it.
yeah. Um, okay, so you guys. Oh shit! I didn't mean to select Albert. I'll move Albert back. Why the hell are these two tokens selected? There. Okay, there we go. Finally. Um, so in the engineering room, so the issue with the generator and the power being out is that these cables have been sliced apart. So you would
Ooh.
need spare cables if you want to get the power back on. The good news, the facility would have a few spares, but it's going to take some time to get them replaced.
Question.
Possible answer.
I have a bunch of spare batteries in my backpack. Is there a way that we could like hot fix the current wires so we don't have to go grab them right now?
Unfortunately, no, because because the batteries that you have are for
Like
recharging
double
smaller
A's and stuff.
like smaller electronic
Yeah.
devices like motion
Okay.
trackers and stuff. It would not be enough to power the
This
facility.
is like 120 watt cable
Yeah, like you
that's been
need
cut.
cables to actually supply the power rather than just a power
Yeah.
source.
Yeah. There's no way to splice this wire.
Yeah,
That's what I was getting at. It's like, can we splice it? No. Okay.
sadly no.
Uh.
But
uh,
the cables would be in a like spare parts locker,
yeah.
so you could could fix them.
I guess we just go over there, grab it, and be like, I'm pretty sure we're like leaving the door propped open in some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form, so that we can see into the computer lab and hear in there, and they can hear in here.
Yeah.
So
Can
that
I interface with a computer lab, with the computer terminals there, and see if there's any information available?
there's
The
no
power's
power.
out.
Yeah, dumbass. Sorry.
Now, what I will also point out in terms of rooms, because I mean, with where Conrad and Albert and Anderson are, like you actually also notice that the panic room is open. Like the doors to the panic room are open.
Somebody should really check on that. Conrad is kind of on the other side of the room, pointing at it.
It's like, yeah, go check that out. I'm
I'll,
gonna stay
I'll,
here.
I'll wait.
I'll guard your back.
Coward bass.
Turns around, it's not even there. Just a faint outline of where he was. like the cartoon ghost smoke.
Pooh, basically, yeah.
I'm not gonna go off on my own. We'll wait until the other group comes
Or
back.
no, this is Conrad.
Basically doing like the fucking like Scooby Doo and Shaggy run away from the scary situation.
Squidward, yeah.
Yeah.
It just disappears entirely. Or alternatively, possibly along the lines of this. Hold on, when this other gift loads, but while that's loading, so Albert is not going into the panic room.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so you're all right, but I did want to point that out. That is an option. So, and I forgot to put like foundry doors on it, but that's fine.
We will be going in there when our brave expedition crew comes back from the
Right.
engineering facility.
Okay. Well, like I said, it's going to be a heavy machinery roll and potentially, I'd say maybe like 2 turns of work.
Okay.
How many masks do we have available, rebreathers?
Of the ones that were available, you had enough for the 5 people.
Okay.
Or actually, no, I guess there would also be a 6th because there are 6 people at this facility, so you would have a spare.
I'll assist you, Richard.
Oh wait, Richard needs nothing, so we
That
have
is true.
2.
So yeah, you can get another 2 people in here.
Yeah. So let's
Conrad
get
is going out and going to the two of them. Whoever catches, we need y'all. Come.
let's get Rosie and Okawa in here.
All right.
And so you need heavy machinery, right?
Yeah, it's heavy machinery.
Well,
And you get a
how
+1
many
'cause-
dice do you have in strength, Emily? What's your strength?
4.
Okay.
4.
I was gonna make sure because I have a 5. That's why I was like, are you sure I need to do it? Well,
Oh God. Yeah, I only have a pool of 5. It'd be 6 with you helping me. So
I would say
yeah, no.
he's going he's
What?
going to succeed, but it's going to take an extra turn. So instead of like 20 minutes, you're looking at 30.
Yeah, I accidentally like put in the wrong end, and I'm just like, God damn it!
And you're like,
All
I
right, so
gotta read
maybe,
the manual.
So maybe Simone can come back with us while he's fixing
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yep.
So are you going to check out the panic room now that
Right.
Simone's back, and also especially now that you got Akawa and Rosie?
I would like to have stay in the middle here so I can sort of oversee everything and then have different groups. I like probably send one group to the control quarters, one to the panic room, or the crew quarters.
Okay. So which groups are going where?
So I'll probably see Simone. You can go with Rosie to the panic room, and then send Anderson with whatever the other guy is.
Akawa.
Okawa, yeah.
All right. So then they'll go there, and then Coward Bass is just going to sit where he is, I'm guessing.
Well, I would, yeah. I mean, Conrad, I would ask you to go to the crew quarters, but I don't think you would. So
No. I would. I am cooperative. It's just the crew quarters. There are 2 shields. I mean, people with me. I will be completely okay.
Okay, so then we have a PC with each group, and I'll stay in the middle here and sort of
Okay.
make sure no one sneaks up on Richard while he's working.
Alright. Sounds good. Um, so meanwhile, yeah, so we'll focus on Simone and Rosie first. So in the panic room, you notice that like I mean there are obviously like some like supplies, you know, in case anybody was in there for a while, like food and water and stuff. There are survival weapons. Um, Specifically, there is a rack that would contain 2 rifles and some ammo for defense, and slots for 2 pistols. One of the rifles is missing, and both pistols are missing.
This is this isn't good. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll radio that back to Albert, Conrad.
You can probably just yell it down the hallway here.
Yeah.
So, and I will say, if
there's stuff missing from the emergency supply.
yeah, now I will
Oh.
note if you guys are starting, I mean, if anybody at any point is like yelling, which as I understand it is the case, you do actually start to hear what almost sound like screams, like haunting, ghostly screams echoing through the compound, and yeah, and I would say if
Also
it's
stress.
particularly unnerving, yeah, stress.
What the fuck was that?
Just your imagination.
You've got me.
Mind your own business.
What? I didn't know our imaginations were hooked to the bloody Wi-Fi. What the fuck?
So, and I will say right quick that because while this was happening, so Anderson, Okawa, and Conrad, like in the crew quarters, you don't find anything of interest. Like you don't find any living people, dead people, or anything that would be like of interest.
What about here?
That would just be like a bathroom and like shower and stuff. So there's even
Okay.
less to find there. So, all right. So you make your
No
way back.
interesting
Yeah.
notes or their personal belongings. Nothing that stands out.
No, there's nothing. There aren't any
Okay.
like journals sitting on any beds or anything, or like any sort of clues in there.
Okay.
So, but you do hear like distant screams coming from further into the complex.
I would say, did you check underneath like the pillows and beds where people would hide books, just in case?
We've been thorough, Richard. Everything is exactly as it seems. Nothing of note there, which is honestly even more strange. Not a
Makes you
goddamn
question
thing.
your own life choices more.
Oh, I'd be a depressed little bastard if I did that. Let's go and actually help the people that are, screaming. They must be somewhere deeper in this complex.
All right. So are you going? Because it's kind of hard to pinpoint which direction it's coming from. Are you going like left to
Yeah,
the research
echoes.
lab or to the medical bay?
Richard suggested research lab, so let's do that first.
Okay. Now my question is, are you going to wait until he has replaced the wires and turned on the power before you do this, or are you going to try to head out immediately to figure out what's going on?
I'm waiting for my sturdy assistant.
30-year assistant.
Well, yeah. My non-shield-like shield.
Okay, so well, I mean, Conrad can just wait and do nothing, but I mean, for
All
everybody
right.
else,
So
so
does anyone want to go check out the research lab now? Or, I guess I will go, and I'll go with Katie and
Yeah,
Anderson.
I'll go with you as well.
okay, so Akawa, Anderson, and Simone, and then Albert all go to the research lab. Um, and then, I mean, obviously the power's still out, so you would not be able to search the computers yet. Um, but yeah, the screams that you hear. I mean, there's nobody in the room, dead or alive. But in terms of what you notice about this room, if you're kind of doing like a quick search, um, the there are a bunch of there is a bunch of equipment here that is like more for I mean, there's obviously a lot of like research equipment and standard like science lab stuff, but there is also a lot of equipment for like synthesizing uh like syringes, like not necessarily like vaccines, but like different vaccine like things. Like there is some equipment here that I mean, Anderson basically like he points out that I mean, even though he's not really a scientist, he does note that a lot of the equipment that's here is non-standard for this kind of facility.
Interesting.
Part of
Let's
the
see.
reason why I said check it out.
McCormick is back with the other group, right? The
Yeah,
scientist.
the science advisor is back with the other group.
So I don't know if we can take some pictures. Like I have a PDA. Like I have no idea if those take pictures or any
Yeah,
kind of
no,
thing like
yeah,
that.
I've always imagined it's like basically like a retro iPad, so you can take
Yeah.
pictures
So
Yeah.
I'll
of it.
probably take some of those, and I'll be like, I'll show these to McCormick later.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything else in this room, or are you moving to the next one?
Yeah, we'll move to the next one.
Okay.
And we'll have
Richard,
Conrad and
hurry up!
Katie. We'll have Conrad and Katie come in at the same time too, so that they can get the other door.
Or
Okay.
you mean Conrad and Rosie, or
Sorry, Rosie.
okay? Um, so uh, yeah, Rosie, I guess we'll open the door and then turn around to Conrad and do like a hand follow command gesture. Um, and so she takes point, and then you all convene in this room. So as you are entering this room, um, you definitely I mean you track down the source of the screams to a locked quarantine chamber here, and looking through the glass, you actually do see two people strapped down to beds, and they're sort of not very violently writhing around, but they're definitely not sitting still. Um, and
Shit.
um, so do you
So
try to open the door? Or?
no, I'll be very quickly.
No,
No
no,
one
no.
open that door. Is there like a comms panel that we could have Anderson use to talk to them and see if they can describe their symptoms or anything like that?
Um, there would be as he's going up to
As-
do
Oh,
that.
but it wouldn't be powered. It wouldn't be powered yet.
Yeah, good point. Uh, so you were waiting here. Now I will say I need a passive observation from whoever has the highest in the group, which I'm thinking is Simone, but could potentially
I
be
think it's
Conrad or
her.
somebody else. Yeah.
Mine
So
Oh
would
no.
I
be
believe so.
8,
He
I
has
think.
glasses. Probably he's halfway to a hearing aid as well.
So mine is 8 total right now.
okay,
Oh.
you're an 8,
Mine
and then
is 9 total.
okay. So I think it's once again Simone. So Simone, passive observation, please. Okay. Um, yeah, so you hear as the room kind of falls silent. I mean, again, aside from the muffled screams, uh, but you actually hear the cocking of a pistol handle or hammer rather, and you turn around and like almost like emerging like completely from like basically how well concealed that one like that thuggy that tried to assassinate Indiana Jones in the second movie, like when he's in his quarters and then the guy like basically just comes out of nowhere and tries to strangle him. Like that's how well concealed
Yeah.
somebody was in this room. And you see there is a woman there who has a um like a pistol pointed at you. She doesn't necessarily seem like intense about it. She seems more worried than anything else. And as she saw like Anderson kind of moving near the door, she says, "No, don't. You can't let the zombies out. They'll infect you."
Zombies?
Yeah, and you can see that she's like very like just neurotic and trembling heavily. Um,
And who is she pointing the gun?
Simone. I just kind of picked it random and
Conrad's quick drawing and pointing at her. Put the gun down. We are here to help.
Let's all just,
Can I
let's all calm down, put down the
can I use
guns.
command to like try to like snap through
Ooh.
her like psychosis and like command voice, hey, put the gun down right now, sort of thing.
I mean, I guess it depends on the kind of approach you want to have on her. I mean, if you want to sort of like coerce her into it, I would say command. But if you want to try to be a little more, um, you know, more diffusing in a more or less aggressive way, then it's manipulation. So whichever you want to use.
Well, I mean, I would probably say the opposite. Like manipulation would be to try to deceive her, but I want to use my skill because I can use pull rank.
Well, the problem with Pole Rank is that this one is not security, so technically
Well, this is the
she's
same organization, so I guess okay.
so.
Uh, okay, so
If you
what
want,
I will do
if
is
you
I
want
will use
manipulation, he can assist. Conrad will assist you.
yes. Okay, so what I will do is since I have trustworthy, I will use manipulation to try to gain her trust, and I will basically be convincing her that we're from Terra Nova, we're here to help, but we need her to put the gun down so we can secure the site and make her safe.
Okay. So roll manipulation then. Okay. So you get through to her. She kind of takes a few deep breaths and then, I mean, still shaking, but lowers the pistol.
And I'll probably motion for like Simone to get the pistol from her.
Yeah.
And but I'll be
Yeah, I'll,
talking with her.
very
Do
cautiously
I
go over and say, I'm just gonna take this,
Yeah. She's basically catatonic. She doesn't really resist your efforts, so you can just like sort of slip in and pull it out of her hand without her like clenching her grip to resist you. So
Conrad puts the gun down.
Yeah.
okay. Um, and so and also by this point you've noticed that especially now that her arms are no longer raised with a gun in hand, her name tag is O'Brien. So this is the botanist.
So I'll be try to like talk to her in like a comforting way. I'll be like, Dr. O'Brien, can you tell me what happened here? What happened to the station?
What she says is, I woke up in a dark and stormy world to the sound of screams. A deranged doctor had brainwashed kidnapped scientists, did something to their brains, and was planning to unleash them on the world. They weren't unleashed. The doctor had them restrained like Frankenstein's monster, but he killed himself before letting them out. She says, pointing over to a corpse in the corner who shot himself in the head with a handgun, which is this guy who's conveniently right next to Conrad.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, so Conrad, you get 1 point of
He
stress.
almost, thank you. He almost stepped on that. Like,
Yeah.
oh god.
So you see it like that's where the other pistol that was taken from the panic room was. Like this guy basically like ate his gun. So
Do we see who that is?
yes, let me just double check. That would be actually I think that's sorry, hold on. I don't there might have been a missing step in my notes. I will
The
say that
science officer
is
was Hernandez, so or the Connalt was the chemist.
uh, I would say that would be Dr. Hernandez. Dr. Hernandez is the one who shot himself. So thus far, you've found Kelly Fry's dead, Lucy O'Brien is alive, and Dr. Hernandez is dead.
I'll ask her next. We probably cannot see really who the people in the quarantine are, so I'll ask her who's in the quarantine.
She sort of places her hand on her forehead, sort of like strained in thought. She says, I don't. I'm so sorry, sir. I don't know."
Okay.
And um, and then this is where Anderson he speaks up and he basically asks it's like, hold on a second there. This here station has a crew of 6. There's 2 in here, 1 back there, and 2 in there. Where's the 6th?
Good
And
observation, Anderson.
she sort of thinks about it for a sec, and she says, and snaps her fingers. You must be referring to Hutchins. She became a zombie too. I hid from her because I didn't want to hurt her, and I also didn't want her to hurt me. But she'd gone off the deep end. She thought she was in a concentration camp in Mogadishu, and um, after seeing the other zombies, I heard her saying something about how after seeing what they did to her squad, she was going to go to the Axis Command Center and slit every throat in sight.
That's not
God.
good. So those are the bloody footprints we've seen there. Do we know if she's telling the truth here, or is she? Does she believe she's telling the truth?
I mean, if you want to do, I think it's kind of like at least in Building Better Worlds, is like a lot of the social situations there kind of use observation to kind of get a read on people. So if you want to do that, you can.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So she she doesn't seem like she's in her right mind, but at the same time, she doesn't seem like she's intentionally misleading you. Like she thinks
Okay.
she's telling the truth, but she's not making an effort to lie to you. It's just she is a
Yeah.
very right now for whatever reason she has a very warped um like grasp on reality for whatever reason.
He's still thinking that there's a gas leak, something, maybe just even CO2 poisoning.
There seems to be maybe some kind of hallucinogen.
Question: is the power back on at this point?
I would say only about because let's see. So you started the power when Conrad and or no, it wasn't
Yeah.
Conrad, and it was there were 2 people that were searching down here, 2 people were searching here, so that simultaneously was probably about 5 to 10 minutes, and then searching up here would probably be another like 5, and then right now I'll say that by this
That's a
point the
third.
power like you've fixed the cables and can switch on the power.
Yeah. So I turn on the power, and then I shout, "Okay, it's back on!"
So
As I'm like dusting off my hands as I'm walking towards wherever they're at.
yeah, um, so um, all right, so well the power is back on. So if you want to search any computers, or if you want to, I mean, if you want to try to use the intercom to talk to the people in quarantine, you can. But what is your current plan?
I will. Is there a clean room separating the two?
Like the separating quarantine and the room that here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to step into there and close it, and just start, the decontamination procedures.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that would be good with him.
Yep. And okay, so basically this door shuts and locks. You have like the whole like sprayers, uh, and
Go
then
off.
and then there would be like hazmat suits in here if you want to take one, but I mean you obviously don't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could be kind of a
Just in
carrier
case.
if something
Yeah.
attaches to
Yeah,
you. So
I will put one on just in case because of what we are dealing with. We don't know
Yep.
exactly if it is fungal, airborne, whatever.
yeah.
So I will put one on just in case to cover any exposed synth skin.
Yep.
And to basically cover up myself.
All right. So so you do that, and it takes a minute, and then you open the door. So you have the two people in here. Now that you can see them, their name tags. It would be the medical officer Howard and Dr. Cano. Because as was stated prior, Corporal Hutchins is unaccounted for. So
Yeah. I just motion because I'm pretty sure the intercom's not on, unless there's an intercom on this
well,
side.
there
that
is
I
an
would motion.
intercom outside, so Anderson can use
Well,
that.
I didn't know if they can hear through the intercom if I just spoke out, or if I have to hit a button.
I mean, you have a radio, so you could, if you're talking about
Oh yeah,
communicating with these guys, you can.
yeah. I'll just be like, so we have the medic and Howard here.
Well, it's
Don't get too
specifically a
close.
chemist and
Let's
a
see.
medical officer, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, chemist and medical officer. Um,
See if they are aware.
that's the next thing. I'm just going to ask them, where do you think you guys are?
They do not seem like in any way coherent. Like when you approach one of them, the guy looks at you wide open eyes and is like, I mean, still screaming, like thrashing around, like he's basically like trying to get away from you, even though he's like bolted down to a fucking medical bed.
Hmm.
So at least as of right now, you're not going to be able to get anything out of these guys. Like
Okay.
whatever is affecting the people at this station, it obviously has progressed to a worse stage in these guys.
All right. So I just suggest leaving them here. I will go back into the decontamination area, and then go through the whole process with the hazmat suit on to get it clean and everything.
Yep. So it gets sprayed. Are you
And then
leaving the hazmat suit in here?
I am still going to wear it.
Okay, but you are getting it sprayed
Uh,
off?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm still going to wear it. I'm getting it sprayed off and everything, and then I'll be like, okay, however many more hazmat suits are in there, people might want to put those on just in case, and then we'll have to spray and clean everything down later. I'm heading to the research lab to actually figure out what they were working on before all this started.
Yep. And I will note, well, two things I will note. Number one, yes, there are enough hazmat suits for, well, there's six available hazmat suits, but Richard's wearing one of them. The other thing is that also, if you are wearing a hazmat suit, you are not wearing any body armor. It'd be too bulky to wear both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, good luck then.
Okay, so my concern.
I have the body armor. They can take the suits, and he'll be at the computer lab doing the data things. They can go into the research lab. We have walkie-talkies.
Yeah, again, I stick by the nickname Coward Bass.
Yeah.
He got 2 fucking critical injuries, one after another. I'm breaking the fucking trend.
He's role
Did
playing.
you see? Did you see what I posted? What I imagined Conrad doing?
Yes,
It's like,
perfect.
hey, we're gonna go this way. Poof.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess my concern is whatever Henderson or whatever her name is, Hutchins basically said she was like out for revenge, gonna kill the people, her enemies, and she took the ATV or whatever. So my concern is she might be heading back to the colony and like try to attack people at the colony.
Yep.
Who obviously wouldn't know she's gone crazy.
Yep. So
We'll just hurry on here and then race
How many
back.
people does the ATV take?
the ATV can hold, the ATV like the quad buggy.
Yeah, whatever the other
They can hold
vehicle
2.
is, that's okay. I would like to send maybe, let's see, who do basically I want to send a group, 2 people back to the colony just to warn them, because Hutchins like might try to attack people.
Well, I will note now that the
Okay.
power is back up, and assuming it can get a signal out due to the weather, you could send a transmission from the computer lab.
Oh, okay. Then let's do that.
I'll be on it.
Yeah, so I will go with Richard.
Okay. So you guys go into the you can move yourself to the research lab. And then I guess Coward Bass can send out the transmissions because you're already there.
Yeah, and taking out any data needed.
It's here. Oh, I would want to send the transmission, so I guess it would be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can send the transmission, and Conrad is looking through the data of what happened.
Well, the data would be in the research lab if you're looking for more like because this is more general station logs, but this is would have like medical records and like any possible research that was going on. This would be a better place to start.
Okay, Rich. He taps his walkie-talkie. He is calm, like, Richard, tell me everything you see.
Like, why do
I'll
you
give you
want
the
me to do
details
that?
how to
It's a
log
lot
in.
easier if you just come here and do it yourself.
I have faith in you, Sparrow. You can do it.
Right.
You do
We
not need me
can.
to hold your hand.
So we can bring the scientist guy we brought. Uh,
Good idea,
Are
Albert.
you talking about McCormick or
McCormick.
some?
Yeah. Like McCormick. Have him come in here. Go help Richard in the research
All right.
lab. And I would
What
like.
are you doing with O'Brien?
Yeah, I would like Anderson basically to try to treat her if he can. Like, I don't know if he can give her an injection to calm her down, if she would even let him, or he can like try to analyze, like take a blood sample or something. I'm not sure what he'd be able to do,
Yeah.
what she would let him do.
Yeah, because the problem is that whatever damage that she's dealing with, not only do you guys not really know, but it seems more like psychological than physical.
Right.
So that his ability
Maybe
to really do anything is limited. I mean, he could give her a shot of nap relief to try to calm her down, but
in the medical bay, is there like a scanner like we could hook her up to and just see if it could tell us like what's going on with her?
yeah, you could do that. So he'll
Okay.
get her in an auto dock and run some scans on her. Simone, what do you want to be doing right now?
I guess I'll go with Albert and
Okay.
help him out. Oh, crap. There we go.
All right, and then I guess Okawa will just stay with Anderson, and then Rosie will regroup back with Albert and everybody else. Okay, so Richard, while you are in the research lab with the power back on, you don't need credentials to access it, but when you access the computer, you find a few different things of interest. So you find out that Dr. Hernandez had been diagnosed with a rare disorder comparable to Alzheimer's and was trying to figure out a cure, which specifically, like he, in his logs, like, because you can tell that he was making logs to kind of track his progress and also have something to kind of reference in case things went bad.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
specifically volunteered for this posting so he'd have a remote installation to conduct his experiments. Uh, but the problem is that the cure he gave himself instead made it contagious and mutated its effects. And
Okay.
instead of sporadic episodes of envisioning oneself in a moment of like a fantasy or a dream, it becomes constant until the victim is overwhelmed by the looping visions and goes off the deep end.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna be like, does it specify how it transmits?
Um, Potentially like any other, like he doesn't know, but you can infer that it was kind of, I mean, the same way any other virus. I mean, it's probably airborne or like by proximity to another, like to an infected person. So the likelihood that you guys have been exposed to it is very high.
Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna just be like, okay, looks like we are all getting decontaminated. the doctor Hernandez here has some very bad Alzheimer's, and yeah, he decided to do some research and just decided that we are going to be guinea pigs by accident.
And there is
Uh,
more information.
yeah, I'm just gonna just start reading off what he has at this
Yeah.
point.
So, because the computers, they do contain an abundance of both research records and personal logs, including a list of all the different tests he did on his genes. The good news, he did make good headway to devising a cure, but unfortunately he lost his ship before he could finish it. So if you wanted to cure this, um, it could take a medical aid roll with a +2 from the abundance of data to figure out a solution, and then another shift to synthesize vaccines, which the facility does have the ability and resources to do.
Okay. Um, I holler at the medic to get in here. And we're gonna start working on some things.
Okay.
It's like, come here,
So
Anderson.
can would we be able to convince O'Brien to like go into a hazmat suit? Because then maybe, I mean, she wouldn't. It would be like self-contained. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
she wouldn't be.
if you want to convince her to use one of the hazmat suits there, she will.
We can be like, hey, this will protect you from the zombies.
All right, yeah, she'll definitely agree with that. So, um, so she'll put on a hazmat suit, and then she's good to go. So,
Mhm.
um, so who is going to do? I mean, I guess you're going to want Anderson to do the role for, because he's got a total of 9, and then with the +2, he gets 11. So,
Yeah, and I don't have any in medical aid,
all right,
so
so you're just going to be
it's all on him.
encouragement. All right, so,
Yeah, I'm just like, you got this, man.
all right. Do you guys want him to push and try to have the time?
Sure.
Um, tell you what, I will use my story point to make sure he has it. If that's
Okay.
okay, since I'm
Yeah,
encouraging him.
sure. So,
That
so that guarantees that he'll be able to do it in half the time. So he gets cracking on that, sits down and starts working. Um,
yeah.
Around this
I'm
time, Albert has sent a well, in terms of sending the transmission to Terra Nova, like what instructions are you giving in the event that Hutchins shows up?
I'm just giving a warning that she may be delusional and also infectious. So she should be, like treated as a,
hazardous
full
material.
containment, like yeah, full containment, and try to, capture her and put her in isolation
Okay, so you're basically giving the security team an order to use non-lethal rounds if they encounter her?
if they can. Yeah, I mean, if she's pointing a gun at them and she's gonna kill them, they can use lethal force, but
Right. Well,
they should try to capture her.
yeah, because I mean, I mean, even with the storm rifles, they have underbarrel shotguns that can load like baton rounds. So,
Yeah.
and then
So
obviously
I
the
prefer
ES4 pistols have,
non-lethal,
yeah.
unless otherwise
Okay.
unable.
Yep.
and obviously treat her as infectious.
Mhm. Okay. So you send out that message, and you've got about 3 hours before before I mean it's taking Anderson time to uh, figure out a solution, and then it's going to take another shift to actually synthesize enough vaccines. Because I mean, you also have to consider the possibility that the colony itself, if Hutchins has gotten there, then people might get exposed.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I mean, we need to make enough.
he's prioritizing vaccines for all the people that are here right now, because you've been exposed the longest, and then he'll continue churning out more for any possible infected people of the colony.
Well, once we have the thing ready, we can like send the design or
Yeah, you
whatever
can
to the.
send the the formula to the medical district at the
Yeah.
colony, and then they can produce it as well.
Yeah. So we would do that.
All right, sounds good. Um, so, um, so you've obviously got a bunch of time. Do you want to leave Anderson here and head back to the colony to try to help, or do you want to just kind of wait here and uh, just like wait until the vaccines are ready, get treated, and then immediately hit the road?
No, I think we have to quarantine everyone here.
All right.
Yep.
Is there a way that there is a decontamination clean button that we can just do the entire facility?
But we might
Um.
be infected ourselves, right? So that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yes. Well, that's what I'm meaning is if it sprays the entire facility, like if they had like overhead sprinklers and we could put the decontamination stuff in there, it will just cover the entire facility, but all the electronics will probably be fried.
Well, the
I
problem
would
with it is that I mean that kind of thing is usually an injection, right?
I would doubt that such a thing exists for the whole facility. Like it might exist in the quarantine room or maybe like the research lab or something, but not the whole facility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't
Uh,
supposed to be doing crazy, dangerous
yeah.
research, right?
So if we're going to like decontaminate the entire place, we'll just probably need some like pressurized hand sprayers.
Yeah, but I mean, this facility does have plenty of spare syringes that you can fill the cure with and give people a
Yeah,
vaccine.
I wasn't worried about that. I was just like, if people decide to come in here to, provide whatever is needed, it would be a clean environment for them.
Yeah, I mean, because you will have, I mean, you would have the means to decontaminate the place, like you can send hazmat
Yeah,
teams in once this whole crisis is dealt with. But
yeah. That's what I was getting at. Is like, can we just start working on that, or is there a way for me to do that?
so, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that could be addressed later. But so yeah, I
Yeah.
take it then you guys are just going to kind of wait for several hours until the
Yep.
vaccines are ready. Okay.
Can we
Um,
distress in that time?
yeah, yeah, you can recover all your stress. Are you going to have any kind of discussions with each other about the situation or talk to anybody? Like, what do you want to do?
I would get out of the hazmat suit since I kind of know how it's transmitted now and just clean myself off
All right,
like normal,
right.
so that, and then make sure like the hazmat suit's like inside out too, so it gets cleaned and
Yep.
all that fun jazz. Like do
Uh,
2 cycles, one outside, one.
I think I
Conrad's
would spend
gonna.
the time. Sorry, um, just getting to know Rosie and the other guy. I don't remember his name.
Okay.
Okawa better because they're
All
on
right.
my security team.
Yeah. Well, you can chat with them, and they kind of. I mean, they yeah, they go into depth about their like, the back. Like, I gave some like a primer on their backstories and like their previous service and what they were doing before being hired by Wayland Corps, and they just kind of elaborate a little bit more on that. And then also, in the case of whoever might have had a little bit of time with the company, they'll also talk about that. Um, so I guess that's what Albert's doing. So for Conrad, or rather Coward and Simone, what are you guys doing?
Well, Conrad is almost said comrade best, but Conrad, he wouldn't that be the twist? Um, he's a smart little son of a bitch, so he's not gonna wait on uncomfortable chairs or the hard metal plates. He's gonna go into their fucking crew quarters and lay in the bed as he's
He's
waiting.
just gonna take a nap. Okay.
I'm thinking, what would I realistically do if I was in Conrad's shoes right now? I would look for somewhere fucking soft.
Yeah,
Eh,
understandable.
Call me when the thing is ready. I'll be second in line to test it.
uh, I'm well, probably third because we could test it on the 2 people that are in quarantine first, and then uh you to make sure there's no adverse side effects.
Love the way you're thinking, Richard.
So yeah, you guys. So Conrad's doing that. Simone, is there anything in particular you're going to be doing during the wait here in isolation?
Probably I'll just be making small talk with everyone, getting to know people better.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, fuck knows, it's a pretty good opportunity to do so. Um, so the good news is that
Nothing says team bonding like being in quarantine.
Yeah. The good news is that by the time that Anderson manages to make a breakthrough with the um finishing Dr. Hernandez's research, and then also um getting enough vaccines for the whole crew. I mean, daybreak arrives. Um, so it gets lighter outside. It's still raining, but it's not as severe because it's not nighttime in the middle of a storm. So yeah, so you guys all get your treatments. Are you bringing uh like the three people that are still alive in the research facility? Are you bringing them with you, or are you going to just leave them here for the time being, and or leave somebody to stay with them?
So I think what I would like to do is to have Anderson basically give all of them a sedative and then also the cure, and we basically put them in the hazmat suits and bring them along with us.
Okay. So, I mean, he'll sedate them, and then while they're under, he'll give them all the cure. And I mean, and I'm assuming you're also talking about O'Brien because she's awake.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
basically bring her with us.
Okay. So, yeah. So they'll all be loaded into the ATV, or not the ATV, the rover, and I'm just gathering all the tokens here because I think I'm pretty sure you have enough space for all of the above. But let me just double check. So that's 5.
It was 20.
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah, no, it's 15 people. So yeah, you can. All right, is it 15 or 6? I think it's 16, but still. Okay, so you all pile back into the rover, and it's a lengthy drive, but you do make it back to Terra Nova. And what is the first thing you do once you reach the colony?
I would suggest pulling this vehicle into a station and sealing it so we can disembark.
Yeah, we'd
Well,
probably go to the SciMed district, right, and like all go into
yeah,
Yeah.
quarantine.
Conrad could
move the
give you
whole
a
thing into
fucking
quarantine.
tour.
Yeah. Here are my
Now, let me
personal
show you.
quarters.
Yeah, let me show you now. This corner has the best jelly. You do not want to go in their corner. The sink doesn't work and stuff. I know this like the back of
Well,
my hand,
Check
basically.
out
welcome.
my Patient of the Month awards.
Yep, yeah. If you do this, you can also earn it.
Remember, this is Bass Memorial Hospital, so
I'm still fucking live.
Well, probably not for long,
But
but
yeah. Well,
and I will.
when he comes back, he like introduces, I've brought friends this time to the doctors, and they're probably like sweating. Oh no, not him.
Not him again. What is it
Well,
this time?
yeah, I was about to say that like Dr. Singh is like, all right, Conrad, what are your symptoms?
The worst kind, I don't have a fucking clue, but it could be violent and dangerous any moment now. So yes, all of us could be infected, and we
I
are
just
here
start
to have
giving
a party.
I just start giving the doctors a full medical detail of what will happen. So essentially, you start going crazy, you start saying things that aren't there, and then eventually your mind will break, and then you become insane because someone was trying to cure uh, Alzheimer's.
And Dr. Singh just blinks once. It's like, oh well, okay then.
Sounds like
And
hallucinogenic rabies.
and
Exactly.
yeah, Anderson, like he says like, oh, not to worry, doctor, I got all the research right here, and then he like hands over a PDAT and says that he was synthesizing the vaccines, so he can help speed up the process of making sure the entire colony gets treated. So she says, well, I mean, we'll get right to work on that. And about the time she says that, Albert, you get a call from. Well, actually, you probably would have gotten it honestly during the ride back. That Alexandra calls you, and she said, there was. I mean, I've got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is there was a very brief killing spree conducted by a rogue security or renegade security team member. 3 people were killed, but the good news is the suspect was apprehended. She wasn't killed because we had non-lethal weapons, and B, we figured that there was a reason for this, and you would want to talk to her.
Sorry, I don't understand. So this is a different person, not whatever her name is, Hutchins.
No, this is not Hutchins talking to you. This is Alexandra telling you about
No.
Hutchins.
They have
Okay.
Hutchins.
Like Hutchins, basically what Alexandra's saying. I mean, she doesn't realize. Like she says, like Hutchins came here. She killed 3 people, but she was neutralized. I mean, non-lethally neutralized and taken into custody.
Okay.
So if you want to question her or give her the cure or whatever you want to do with her, she is in lockup, and you can handle that however you wish.
Yes. Keep her contained. Per my previous orders about the quarantine. I
When
guess,
we
like,
all
out of character, I
done,
don't understand. Like, if I had warned them, and they were out looking for her, how did that happen?
Because it's a
Before,
big colony, and
yeah.
Okay.
like she must have been obviously, like, she didn't just charge in and start shooting people. I mean, remember, she's ex-military implicitly, so
Oh, okay.
she obviously was using like tactics and stealth and managed to at least get 3 people before getting spotted and taken down.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I can really do.
all right.
We're
So
heading back.
yeah. So with you all being at the colony, so Albert, I mean, obviously Albert's going to talk to Hutchins. Is anybody else going to tag along with him, or are you going to disperse and do something else?
oh, absolutely. He wants to hear it from the Mad Hatter himself, whoever. Yeah. Conrad's coming along.
Okay, so Conrad and Albert are going. Um, and then for Richard and Simone, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna start, organize, like, once the cure's synthesized and we start to like distribute it to everybody. I just start like getting everybody lined up and shuffling them through, basically directing traffic.
Okay.
I'm a traffic director now. It's like traffic cop, full on, whistle
Yes,
in
it's
hand
like,
and everything.
all right, it's like right this way, single file, come on. You
Yeah.
got the whole colony lined up, and so yeah, meanwhile, so Albert is there, Conrad is there, Simone, what are you doing?
I'll help Richard, just like give him
Okay.
a helping hand so he's not like herding cats by himself.
Okay, oh, I gotta see this fucking Jeff.
The best that Wayland could buy.
Oh dear God. Okay. So anyway, so Albert and Conrad go back um to the police HQ, and yeah, you've got like Alexandra standing guard outside the room, that Hutchins is like locked up in, and she says she's in here, sir. Which, I mean, if you want to go into the room and talk to her, you can, or you can just like hit a button to like an alien isolation with Marlowe. You can press a button to activate the intercom and talk to her remotely, or you can go in. So
Yeah,
So
Conrad doesn't recommend going into the room with her.
So has she been medically examined and determined whether she was infected by the virus or not?
um, are you talking about when she was um in the research outpost or at the colony?
No, so when she went to the colony, she killed people, she got captured. I'm asking if, like, when they captured her, they did any, like, testing just to see if she was infected by the virus or not.
Um, well, the problem is they wouldn't know what they were looking for or like what was going on with her.
Well, no, but I specifically said that we sent the data of the, like the cure and everything back to Terra Nova.
True. Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, she was definitely under. I mean, she was under the influence of the virus like before leaving the outpost. Because
Right.
remember, Lucy was saying that she was convinced that she was back in Mogadishu, and that horrible things were being done to her and her squad. And
Right. Yes, I just wanted to confirm that
yeah,
that's what was going
yeah,
on.
yeah. No, she
So
definitely was not in her right mind.
right. So was she given the cure already or not?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get the kind of timetable right in my head. So she got to the colony, like, so basically, so she obviously had left the outpost by the time you reached the outpost. Um, I would say by this point she hasn't, but the cure is ready if you want to get that, priority like sent to her.
Yes, I would.
Anderson did get several syringes, like spares. So like you have one on your person right now that you could give her. Like you don't need to wait for Dr. Singh to give you one. He gave you some spares.
Right. Yeah. So I'll get in the hazmat suits and all the precautions and stuff, and I'll inject her with the cure.
Okay. Um, like she basically like you enter the room and she, seeing you enter and assuming, like it was there for an interrogation. Like she basically says to you very like defiantly, I guess, like in the usual like sort of prisoner like like name rank number. She's a Staff Sergeant Leah Hutchins, 426-86-4640. If you think I'll talk to you Somalian rat bastards beyond that, after what you did to my men, you're more insane than the test subjects you're experimenting on back in that lab.
Oh boy.
And she's like very like breathing very heavily, sweating, stare like watching you like a hawk as you move into the room. I mean,
We're
she's
gonna need
obviously
some help.
she's restrained, so she's not going to like jump up and attack you, but
I'll just sort of go along with her and be like, yeah, I agree. We're thank you. Good job against those Somalis. And I'll inject her.
all right.
How long does it take for the cure to take effect?
I would guess probably like maybe a few hours at most. It's not just like you instantly inject somebody. I mean, because obviously you figure it has to like travel through the bloodstream and kind of eventually
Get
do
to the
its
brain.
thing. Yeah. I don't know. Realistically, I don't know how long. It's not going to take days, obviously, but
Right.
it's
Yeah.
not going to
So
be like you just jabber and then she's back to herself. So
there's not really any value to me talking with her while she's delusional. So I would just leave and wait
okay,
for her to become lucid.
all right. Okay. So yeah, you wait a couple hours, and meanwhile, Richard, the like traffic organizer, swinging his arms around, and uh, like probably, I'm guessing from the Get Me post, probably doing a little bit of flair, right? Okay, good talk. Um, but yeah, so you can wait a
Oh,
couple
I was
hours.
muted. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm trying to do it as humorous as possible.
okay. Um, so probably to the bemusement of Simone, but you wait a couple
Yes.
hours, and you Albert. So uh, Leah is, or Hutchins rather, she definitely seems much less fired up and just is kind of calming down and just sort of breathing less heavily and just kind of looking around and getting confusion, like kind of like where am I, what's going on, sort of thing. So you definitely can, like, as you've been supervising her, you realize like, okay, now you can talk to her. Like now she would probably be more coherent.
Okay. So once she's sane, I'll go in and talk to her, and I'll say, so tell me what happened. I don't think we've had a chance to, or I guess I'll introduce myself as like, I don't think we've met. I'm
Well, no, you would have met
Sheriff
her,
Dim.
because she was part of the new arrival of, like, like she was basically one of the red shirts that arrived, not like Okawa and Rosie level importance, but she was part of, like, so you would have met her.
Okay. Okay. So Corporal Hutchins, I remember we met when you arrived. Do you want to tell me what happened?
Uh, uh about the outpost or something.
Yes. What happened at the outpost?
Uh, eh, Dr. Hernandez, um, I mean, all I remember is that he was keeping to himself for the most part. He just was something went wrong there. I don't know what it was, but he was working on something. He didn't tell us what it was, and then he was just acting uh, crazy. And the next thing I knew, um, Kano and the others were, and then it goes black after that. She says, kind of referring to like she remembers everything that happened before she herself was infected, but not anything that happened that she did while she was infected.
Right.
So she basically tells you like, yeah, Dr. Hernandez was very much keeping to himself, not letting anybody know what was going on, and then by the time we found out, it was too late.
Right. Well, I'll sort of explain gently to her that we think this how this virus came about and how it sort of made made them all have delusions, and sort of what else happened with the people that were being that died, and I'll basically sum it up and say, you know, I don't think that you were responsible for those actions, but I also don't expect the people that survived to easily forgive. Um, so I think for the time being, we'll have to keep you isolated and find you a posting on a different colony, um, just for your own benefit and for those of the colony.
And she sighs and she says, I suppose it's only fair. I'm so sorry, Chief.
Well, it wasn't your fault, Hutchins. Could have happened to could have happened to any of us.
Conrad kind of takes Albert to the side and says, well, soon we will be having that new outpost or colony that is scheduled to be.
Oh, you're talking about the new colony that's already set up.
Oh,
You could
well,
because I was about to say you could just send her there.
that's exactly what Conrad's gonna suggest. They probably will know less of this drama that happened here, and she'll have a easier chance to start over.
Sorry, which new colony is this on a different planet?
No, so way back in the very first arc of the campaign, during the political debate, Sky was pointing out that Wayland Corps wanted to set up a second colony here on this planet. That colony has since been founded. Like essentially, it's like a second city.
Okay. Okay, then yeah, we can do that and be like,
So like she doesn't have to leave the planet; she could just be reassigned to that colony's security team, and that colony probably has no idea what's going on. So
well, I'm sure that they would hear it out, but at least the people who are the other people who are involved are in this colony, so it's yeah.
right.
So I'll amend. And I guess Conrad probably tells me that later on, and then I come back and tell Hutchins, and I'll let her know. Well, we think we found an even better solution. If you agree, I'll just have you posted to the new colony that's established on the other side of the planet, where you can have a fresh start. How does that sound?
It sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, sir.
Of course, of course.
Okay. Is there anything else you're going to say to her or ask her? Or
No, I don't think so.
okay. Um. So, I mean, if assuming that scene is resolved, so over the next like day or so, I mean, all the colonists are, summoned for like mandatory vaccination. So you don't have any more incidents, kind of like with what Hutchins did. And yeah, is there anything? Okay, so that is the end of that particular complication. So you all get a story point. Um, as for whatchamacallit, before the next council meeting, is there anything you would like to do? Or is there anything that I'm forgetting about that would be happening before? Because one thing I do note is, as I said before, the last pilgrimage relative to the events of the campaign has come, so it has brought new personnel. That new personnel is actually going to the new colony, because Terra Nova itself is at a sufficiency. I mean, it's got like over 1,000 people, so and especially with the amount of new births, like babies being born and growing up into being members of the society. Like I mean, some colonists are being brought to Terra Nova, but not as many. So,
Mhm.
but other than that, and I mean, I know certain people had special deliveries there. The less said about that, the better. But is there anything anybody else wants to do before the next council meeting?
The only thing that I would have is I would be meeting with Conrad to see exactly what can be done with what had previously transpired with his assassination attempt.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that doesn't have to like be done in game. We can probably
I
just
mean,
open a chat for that.
I mean, if you want to have it in game, we can.
If
No,
you
I
if
was just
you
I would because I don't have any questions or ideas on leads right now. It was just more of what he thinks and what like playing into the paranoia and trying to figure out where we can start on a point to like do an investigation more thoroughly, essentially.
Yeah, so maybe we can just basically, without having all of the details there, but kind of off screen, just
Yeah, you can just
discussing
have it
about
Yeah,
like you can
who
say that
who
you're
can
conversing
potentially
this
be
and then
it.
figure it
Yeah.
out
yeah,
later. Okay.
yeah.
So in the case of Simone and or Albert, are either you going to be doing anything before the council convenes again?
For Albert, I will sort of continue to um, build personal relationships with like the new security people and also I guess the existing ones,
Yep.
just to sort of again keep earning their trust and making them like me.
Yeah, I will say you definitely get some popularity points for like, well, I mean, I guess sort of mixed feedback, realistically, like 'cause in terms of how you handle Hutchins. 'Cause, I mean, on one hand, there are people who are very impressed with you for how you handled, like, I mean, the fact that you didn't just mercilessly kill her, especially when she was not in her right mind. But then you get like one or two people who are like, I don't know, she still should have been held trial, kind of thing, because like whether she was in her right mind or not, she did kill 3 people. But and obviously the families are still, I mean, like whether they know or not, they're still pretty upset that their loved ones were killed. So but I mean,
Yeah,
overall your approval rating is pretty good. So
yeah, I would go and talk to the families of the 3 people who were killed and basically explain the situation and say, you know, I understand, that it's totally natural that you want justice for your family member, but there's no justice to be had here. Hutchins, she was under control of a virus. Um, it made her do those actions. She wasn't responsible. Um, so I'm sorry, but punishing her for actions that she couldn't control, that would be a further injustice on top of the loss that your families have already experienced.
yeah, fair enough. I mean, I will say, I mean, again, realistically, I mean, the majority, because I personally think there's a really good argument. I mean, the majority of them will accept that. I mean, obviously, you have a few people who are still bitter about that, because they're still grieving the loss of their loved ones. But the situation overall gets resolved. So, like,
We can
you
say a net positive on reputation.
yeah, a net positive. I mean, obviously, not everybody is completely happy about the way the
Yeah.
situation went, but overall, you handled it very well. So. Um, and then Simone, I can't remember if I asked, are you doing anything before the council meeting? Like anybody you want to talk to or anything you want to do?
Um, um, I'm just gonna keep working toward improving the relationship with Simmons. Like,
God.
just yeah. I'm working on, my friendship with Gorham, and then
Yeah,
she's
no,
gonna,
that's going way better
well,
than your efforts to interface with Simmons.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, just trying to repair the relationship with Simmons and hope he doesn't, murder me in the middle of the night, because he was quite pissed.
And he still is. So,
But mhm.
like
But yeah,
he
I'll just be
eventually
doing
like he
that in the
basically just
background of
like
like,
he as like he's like walking through the colony and you're like yapping to zero, like he just like at one point like he just turns around, he points to your face, he's like, listen, you, like if you fucking bother me even further, I'm gonna reach out to El President and put a fucking restraining order on you. And then after he says that, he turns around and walks away.
mhm.
And
Well,
Gorham show like is probably with him or with you, and she says like he doesn't seem to like you that much. Was it something you said?
well, it was more like something I did and something someone else said, but
Some
crap.
traumas are never forgotten.
Yes. I mean, thankfully,
Mhm.
Coward Bass, more or less put an end to it by putting a ban on him running RPG sessions. But uh, I mean, still, the damage has been done.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. So
Mhm.
yeah, you're doing that. And I mean, again, obviously, it's like Simmons. You're like it's like with Stellaris is like we currently have overwhelmingly negative relationships. Last month it changed by 0. So, um, but yeah, I mean, obviously, I
Exactly.
mean, Gorham, unsurprisingly, is very, very fond of you, but so at least you're doing something right, socially anyway, regarding the army personnel.
Mhm.
So, council meeting time, if there's nothing else. So,
Yep.
you all gather in, once again, the Government Operations and Assembly Center, and let's see. Um, where the fuck is the... Okay, yeah, I'll read that handout later. Um, so, okay. Um, where the hell is the fucking... Okay, um, so phase 2, okay, so hold on, where are we at in terms of the colony development? Um, so you are at level 6, or like development total is 60. Um, so another, another 9 points, and then you get to the 5th tier. But anyway, so each member of the command team has an attribute for which they are responsible and a key skill that applies to it. So, um, let's going down from the top. So economy. So Coward Bass, you are rolling
My stuff
manipulation.
+3.
Yep, manipulation +3. Okay.
Oof.
So economy stays where it is
Stays.
unless you want to use the one push or a story point.
Well, actually, since I was kind of capped there, can I use the story point that like was going to be given this session for an extra success?
I suppose.
Okay, thank you. So it increases by 1.
Okay.
It'll be decreased anyway with the costs of future things, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so that goes up by 1. So next is potential. So Simone is rolling observation +3.
Nice.
Do you want to use the story point or do you want to use your one push? Currently, it's not going to go up or
Um,
down.
yeah. It's sitting at 11. That's a pretty good number.
All right. So,
Well, yeah, I'll spend one of my story points because I'm capped, so
all right.
might as
Okay,
well
so that
spend
goes
it.
up from 11 to 12.
So that'll go up.
All right, so productivity is going to be Sky. So let me just roll for her. So she is rolling heavy machinery. 3. Okay, so that stays where it is. Next up is maintenance, which is Danny. She's rolling Comtech with a +3. Comtech. Okay, that goes up.
Nice.
Next is going to be science, which is Dr. Hensley. So she is rolling, I believe that is observation, +3. That goes up as well.
Let's go.
And then last is Albert, who is rolling command with a
Plus
+3.
I will push that. So when we push it, it doesn't add the stress, right? So I should just re-roll basically.
I mean, you can just hit push, or just reroll, whichever. Oh shit, nice. So yeah, just ignore that panic, and then okay, so your spirit goes up from 11 to 12. And I would say that kind of ties in nicely with how you handled the situation with Hutchins. So
Yeah, let's go.
all right. You are now at 65 points, so you would not be able to get you're not at the next tier, but in terms of, let's see, your colony installations. So you guys just like recently put in the tooling workshop and equipment workshop, right?
Yes, that was the
Yes.
last. That was the last
Okay, so you
session.
can't get any new installations. As for colony policies, and I think double shifts and collectivism were last session, right?
Mhm.
Were both of them?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. I don't know.
I think they were.
Okay. I'll definitely I'll mark them as complete now, like all those things, just so I know. Because by the next council meeting, which would be the last council meeting in the campaign, like you definitely would have completed all that. So, okay, let's mark these as complete. All right, and then mark that as complete. Okay. And then next is, let's see, colony cycle. So, colony initiatives. So you already figured that out. And next, we now roll for colony instance, and this time I will roll it publicly, and so you can potentially re-roll it. The one thing I will re-roll if it's a 66, but we'll see. Okay, I'm assuming you want to re-roll that because you have the ability to do so once.
Let me see. It's is what, is that only an 18?
That hold on.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
don't know
how.
which number is it.
It said 18 result from the colony's 18, and then it's the terrible weather.
Maybe it's just
No. The
it's just a
reason it's
strange-
18 is because that's the number of the rollable table. It's not the number that you rolled. Like the number you rolled was actually 65.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that's
Let's
the absolute
re-roll it.
worst you could have gotten, unless I was ruling 66 as well. So if you want to re-roll it, we can.
Yeah. Let's use that module. Yeah. The dice have spoken. The dice have spoken.
Stop
Our
the
luck is
count.
horrible today.
This is a rigged game.
They're using weather machines against us. They're controlling the weather.
God. You're
So we're
shockingly
in for
good
some
at that
storms.
voice. I don't know how to feel about that.
Climate change is a hoax. Many people are saying.
I don't believe in terrible weather.
Okay, so well, I mean, it's basically like a net gain of 1. So like all the stuff that you rolled just basically went down.
Hold on, didn't I propose building the like expanded shelters or whatever last session? Because wouldn't that have prevented this? Nobody wanted to do it.
Yep. Yes, you did.
We were like,
Albert is
no,
right
the other.
again.
You're never gonna let us live that down.
I think we. The irony is, I think we discussed picking that up after like our current stuff was done. Is the ironic part.
Well, now we know why we'll need it. A bunch of weather bunker shelters. Albert is just like,
Oh fuck!
fuck it, I don't care about the budget.
Oh
I
man!
don't like that goddamn rain.
Bad things happen in Foundry.
Bad things.
Okay, so anyway, so spirit goes down from 12 to 11. Science is from 10 to 9. Maintenance is 7, and then fucking what was it? Economy is 7.
My money. The wind literally blows away my stacks of cash.
I was just about to say, yeah, like it's you're like, no, my money. Oh my god. Okay, that.
Do we get paid our other half?
Yes, yes, you do.
Please?
I'm sorry to laugh so much at that, but Jesus Christ. Oh, that was funny. So I will ask you guys.
I forget how much you get paid.
So we'll check the in Terra Nova rules and info. There is or actually no, it's notes and miscellaneous info. If you scroll up to salaries.
Yeah. I remember the last time we did this. I remember that I was getting a bonus for like helping out the
Sheriff, yeah.
Yes, because you were getting like
the sheriff
basically half the set, like because like Richard and Collins is kind of an NPC now, but they make $500 as full time, so I would say you get like $250 as a part time.
Okay.
So basically you're at like whatever. So 500. Well, yeah, 500 times 13 because you're the second half, and then 250 times 13, and then just add those. So yeah, you are.
I just wrote down what my salary was, so I didn't have to do math.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and also.
Oh yeah, Presidente. Somebody else did that as well for him.
So is this another quarter or another week?
Another half.
Another half cycle.
I don't know what a half cycle.
Okay, so a cycle is a period of 6 months, and the way we've always been doing is like.
Okay, so it's a quarter. Okay.
Well, no, it's not. You're not making a
quarter of a year.
Quarter of a year, but
like 3
you're
months.
basically making like whatever your salary times 13, like so
yeah.
So.
I wrote down what my income per quarter was. That's why I was asking per quarter.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so what I was going to ask the group, because we got about another like 45-ish minutes. Do you want to? I mean, because we have a couple options. We can, and here we can start the next cycle, not the next event of the cycle, but the next cycle, like the stuff like the prospecting and so on. Or we can do that and then do like the basic start of the like not like the full adventure, but like sort of like how last time we ended with the sort of the hook for this session's content. We can do that with this next mission you guys go on. So like which of those 3 options do you guys want to do with the rest of our time?
I think we could do the hook, because then if Presidente shows up next time, then he didn't really miss anything.
Yeah. Um, okay, so I
Yep.
mean, does everybody agree with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Mhm.
So as I understand it, well, I mean, I guess I'll ask. So at the start of the 7th cycle, um, before all the prospecting, which I think the prospects are really the only thing you guys like the normal scheduled thing. What has everybody been up to in the first few weeks of the next cycle?
Hmm. Well,
As for me, I'm going to uh, get more friendly with the comedian that I met at the bar,
Oh, Gorham.
Gorham. Yes, and get start trying to see if I can pry information out of like the army personnel there. So I'm like building the network of trust in that in order to try and pry some information on anything that might be going on
Okay.
there.
You definitely have
Then
the easiest time socializing with Gorham compared to because basically Rabbit Robert is essentially what Hutchins was previously, except he like I mean he's just as deranged. It's just he's able to just control himself just barely. Um,
mhm.
but
he has no excuse.
yeah, he has no excuse. Well, I don't know. Yeah, kind of, but there's something wrong with him. But what exactly is yet to be determined. And obviously Simmons is as antisocial as ever. So um,
Yeah.
you know, Gorham is definitely much more willing to open up, and I mean, she doesn't necessarily share anything like incriminating, but she will. I mean, depending on like what you're asking her, she's willing to just kind of chat.
Yeah, it's just more of like if she's noticed anything weird,
Oh,
just the kind of like
like if her comrades are
the
doing anything questionable.
yeah, like kind of that information. Like, is there anything questionable that they've been doing? Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah.
Well, she does say that El Presidente, very well, not very recently, but during the last cycle, that he did actually, um, present the army personnel with a bunch of gifts. Like he
Hmm.
basically like he gave Rabbit Robert like an upgrade, like a instead of like his like service knife, he gave him like a massive Bowie knife. He
Yeah.
gave Gorham a book on dad, like so they like all the stuff that he gave, like the book on dad jokes
Yeah.
and the revolver and stuff. Like Gorham basically tells you like, I mean, I definitely, I mean, I'm not one to turn down a gift, though. I mean, I can't help
Yeah.
but think that maybe
The-
he was trying to bribe us.
Well, it might not even be a bribe. It could just be showing his appreciation, but it is a good idea to possibly just keep an eye on it. And if the gifts continue on a regular basis, then possibly just make sure you figure out where your loyalties lie exactly, is what I'm getting at.
And well, what she says to you is, I mean, personally, my loyalties. I mean, I'm loyal to the chain of command unless they give me an unlawful order. I mean, I'm obviously the way I see it. I
Yes.
mean, we're here to. I mean, I at least. I mean, I don't know if it.
Serve and protect.
Yeah, serve and protect. Uh, so I mean, the moment
That
somebody orders me to fire on the people of Terra Nova,
civilians are
forget it.
yeah, that's essentially what I'm getting at. As long as like you don't follow a unlawful order, I have no qualms.
Yeah, but she makes clear to you that like it doesn't matter
Yeah.
who is telling her to do that, she just will not do it.
Yeah. And I'm just also trying to get like insight on the rest of her squad on what they would do because I'm pretty sure she knows them
Yeah,
more.
she's definitely known them for a while. She says that
I'm gonna guess Rabbit Robert's just gonna go ham.
yes, yes he is. I mean, if he is the slightest bit provoked by somebody he views as like an active target, then he will attack them until they are dead or he is dead.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how he.
Has anybody ever tried a sedative on him?
It
Anger
doesn't.
issues.
It
May-
doesn't work.
Maybe we should use
Oh.
the vaccine we've made. Maybe he was the first infected and he didn't even know.
Well, we did give him the
Oh yeah,
Sure.
everybody got one.
And he doesn't look.
Everybody got
It didn't change him at all.
Yeah.
Damn, this metal.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah. So, but Gorham says that. I mean, in terms of I mean, obviously, Rabid Robert kind of, explains himself, but Simmons,
Yeah.
I don't know, he just seems like the kind of guy who would, switch to the winning side, or whoever would, kind of,
He
whatever,
follows the most powerful individual.
pretty much. Like he's
Okay.
not going to willingly align himself with somebody who's going to get him killed.
Yeah.
So he
Gotcha.
seems more of an opportunist than anything else.
Yeah. That's kind of like what I was getting at too. Is like, where does Simmons fit in all this? Is he one to follow orders to the letter, or is he just more of, do I do this, or do I just follow like the leading power?
Yeah. Definitely the latter. Like if he, I mean, she says like, I mean, I obviously, it's obviously kind of rumor based, because I've never, he and I have never been in a situation where I've seen him had to do it, but more at a guess
Mhm.
from how long I've known him, that seems like the kind of thing he'd do. Because he's largely only, I mean, don't tell him I said this, please, but he's largely mainly just loyal to himself.
Which is understandable. Um,
Well,
what?
not from my point of view.
Oh, if he's had no one to rely on and no actual individual that can provide assistance when in a time of crisis you have to rely on yourself. So he's protecting himself from being let down.
I guess that makes sense.
So I understand where he's coming from on that situation, but the morals are the question. So, and then at that point, I'm just kind of like, what if I could spend time with Simmons, like what things he enjoys and stuff like that? Try to find the thing that he almost desires most in life by spending time with him, if I can get him to open up at all.
Uh, Gorham says like, well, I don't know. I mean, my good friend Simone tried that and it didn't work out well for her, but
Well, yeah. I've heard some rumors on that, and I'm not
I
even
have
gonna
too.
go there.
They
So,
both,
it,
well,
it
so I mean, Simone hinted at it, and then I heard Simmons ranting about it when he got back to the barracks. So,
yeah. So I'm pretty sure they didn't start off on the greatest foot. So I'm basically asking you what would be the best way to approach him to attempt to know him.
um, quite frankly, I don't know because I've tried and I've been rebuffed each time.
Okay. Well, I have an idea, and we'll see if it works.
All right, well, I mean, good luck, I guess. And if there's any way I can help you, please let me know.
I definitely will. And so I would go to Simmons and be like, "Hey, I have a
Well,
question for you."
I'll address the conversation with Simmons in just a second. Do want to pass the mic around. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
so for Albert, are you doing anything of note during the like the build up to the next major incident?
No, I mean, again, probably continuing to work within the security team. Um, Obviously, continuing stuff that we've talked about one on one via DMs and stuff.
Yep.
So,
Okay. And I'll just wink at Conrad. I already know what's going on there. So Simone, do you?
Nothing special there.
Yeah, no, nothing at all. So are you going to be doing anything significant before the prospecting mission?
No. Mainly just like socializing with the friends that I have, and just I will stay away from Simmons because at this point it's very clear that if I keep pushing him, well, I'll have a restraining order, and then I'd rather not be killed by, antisocial, you know. I don't think he's a murderer um, in this universe, but I'd rather not push my luck.
Do you want
Yeah.
to find out?
Yeah, exactly. Um, so,
I don't want to find out. I'm good.
okay. Do you, so in that case, before we focus on Richard approaching Simmons, we will do a prospecting. So, um, let's see. So Koi 416. So you, um, yeah, basically your options are the North Pole and the South Pole. So, where is the, fuck, where is it? Upright prospecting rules. The worlds somewhere. Here it is. Okay, so make an observation roll with, I mean, I'm guessing you're searching in the North Pole because there's no modifier.
Yeah, I'll start there.
Okay, so just a flat
Would
roll.
I get the bonus from intense focus
Yes.
for this? Nice. So I have a +2 observation.
Okay. Do you want to push?
I'll push that if I can get a
Okay.
better result.
So you've got a +3. So you can roll in the resource potential table, right?
Yeah,
All
the
right.
prospecting
So
finds, and I'll
yep.
roll it twice.
Okay. So that would be okay. So obviously you're taking 41. So 41 plus 2 is 61. So you find a supply of underground water, frozen springs or aquifers, clean and fresh. So yeah, that could be a possible place for a future colony or just a water source.
Yeah.
So all right, and then
That
do a
surprised me that that's in the North Pole.
yeah. So okay, now do a another observation.
Okay, that's a -1 to the South Pole. So that would leave me with a +1 overall.
Okay.
So I'll add a +1 from intense focus.
Okay. All right. Do you want to push or keep it?
Sure.
Oh my.
Just see. Ooh,
Okay, so now roll on
that's
the
very
table
good.
twice. Okay, so even that would
Oh my
be
Christ.
that would still be like that 23. That's still effectively 73. So
Whoa,
you find a huge underground vein of precious metals.
she's getting good at this.
Oh, nice. Oh god, it's gonna be Terra Nova blood diamond mines, or the mineral mines from that shit.
But don't tell El Presidente, all good ideas. But anyway, so now we need to now we need to determine how much money you get from it. So
Yep.
um let's see. Um okay, so roll so for the first so we'll do the first one first. Roll a d6. Okay, 5 plus hold on, you had 3 successes. So 2, so that is 7 times oh wait, hold on, wait, I think I might have done it wrong. So oh hold on, yeah. So it's caliber so that's 5 times the value of the tens die, which was, I believe, a total of 60 something. So it'd be 5 times 6, so 30 multiplied by 10. So it's like 300, and then, like I said, just add an extra zero, so you made $3,000.
Yep.
Okay, that's the
And
first
I roll
one.
for the second one.
Yep. So roll a d6. Okay. So 2, and then you had I think it was like a 7, right? Total. The like
Yeah.
70 something, yeah, 73. So so basically that's 2 times 7, so 14 times 10, or hold on, no wait. Yeah, 14 times 10, 140, then add a 0, and then 1400. So
Ironically, I made less on the underground minerals than I
I
did for the
know
fresh
that's
water.
just there's just something whack about that. So
Well, it could be that
Yep.
you're exporting the water to Earth because it's special water.
right,
It's higher in
that
minerals.
that is true.
It's higher bottled mineral water.
It's got electrolytes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just actually normal fucking water
Got
instead
one
of
plate of
the
grave.
sweat recycle thing that's gotten used to.
And you can rebrand it to something catchy like booty sweat.
From the Alpha Buddhist system. The booty sweat.
See, I was just making a Tropic Thunder reference, and then you actually had to give it lore. Oh my god.
I only drink that if I can have a busted nut bar as well. So.
When you're severely dehydrated, drink booty sweat.
Oh my god.
Packed with electrolytes.
If you feel it getting stale, remember, just shake that. Booty sweat. It fizzles.
God.
God damn it. All right. Okay, so that is your prospecting. If you want to try to negotiate a better deal with Conrad, and like I said, like each success you get potentially adds 10% to it.
Yep. So roll just flat manipulation, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we
Yep.
double check what we rolled in the past.
All right. So no bueno for the first one. So we'll roll your panic first. This is the first time somebody's panicked this session. So 2d6.
Well, I think Albert panicked, but we didn't roll it.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it wasn't
It
technically
was
an
the
actual
different
panic.
type of thing, yeah.
Yeah, because it. Yeah.
Okay, so 8. What is your resolve? Because you're looking at a total of 10.
She has a quite
Yep.
huge resolve right now.
That is wits and empathy, correct?
Yeah, what's an empathy
Yeah,
divided by 2, round
And
it
your
up.
talent, plus your talents, your hardened,
So,
yeah, your.
6,
I think it's called different.
3, 5 is my resolve.
Okay, so that's
Are
a
you
result.
sure you don't have the other talent that increases it as well? I think.
Yeah, I have hardened. My
Uh-huh.
my base resolve is 3,
Ah,
Okay.
you have hardened times
and
3.
then
Okay.
plus 2, 5.
Okay, well, loud noise. 1 stress for you and Conrad. Use an outdoor voice in his office.
My. No need.
Settle
I'm very
down.
excited about the water.
Well, no, like
They're
he's
just
like he's
no
slowly
funds for
like
this.
he's fixing his office, and the door flies out. Conrad!
Goddamn. I'm still a recovering old man.
I found something really good.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Conrad. You're not that old. You're what?
I just imagine Simone excited about finding all the precious minerals and ores. Why
Have
is
it
she
all
busting
so.
down the door?
Roll it again. Roll it
All right.
again.
Yep. 2d6, please.
Stressed out, apparently.
Okay, so it's 3, or 3 plus 7, so that's 10 again. So you continue screaming.
Oh no.
Simone, my ears hurt. I am
So
sorry, but
you two get
the
another
company,
2. You both get another point of stress.
the company does not
No,
want to
this is
approve
probably what
another
happened.
bonus.
I probably wear like some kind of ear protection while I go out and like survey, and I forgot to take it out, so I'm just like shouting to be heard over the ear pro I'm wearing. Just wow, man,
Yeah, I was like, well, if
you
I
never
can't hear
seen
myself,
something
then
as
he
cool as
can't hear
this.
me.
Take these things
Yeah.
out of your ears. God damn it, Simone. I don't need to become
Oh,
deaf as well. I've had enough injuries for a lifetime.
oh, right. Sorry. But yeah, that's all of that's what I found. It's pretty good
It
finds.
it is, but I'm sorry the company just does not have the budget. We're doing relatively okay, but we don't have enough extra to give the expected bonuses. I'm very sorry for that. They've kind of been hampering and squeezing me for the last bonuses. I kind of gave out willy nilly, so
Doesn't help that the colony got
a bit
fucking
of
ravaged by bad weather. Twice.
yep. A lot of the budget is going to getting us improved protection against this bloody rain and wind. It seems there could be more storms
Yeah, and
coming in
probably
the
rebuild
future.
them a
So
lot. I
yeah, sorry for
totally
that.
understand, Conrad. No, it's perfectly fine. I just are you healing up okay at least? Because I know you've had quite a few shocks recently. And me coming in here
Yes.
screaming probably didn't help none.
Well, the previous wounds have been uh, going well enough. I'm a fast healer, though I think my ears maybe need to be checked out after this, um, and maybe get some noise dampening equipment in this room. Would be helpful. A lot of stress these last few months, so uh, and I'm worried with how things are going. That it just never gets better. It just never gets better. You think it will, and then you get hit by a storm, or something even worse. But I'm glad you're
Like
having
explode
good.
computer.
Yes, that as well. I haven't had any new ones uh, try to attack me. I never expected that the cyberware will attack my fucking face, but um, it's going okay. I am now approaching each and every terminal at an arm's reach, to say the least. But for now, things have kind of piped down. I have no idea what their next plan and step will be. But I'm being wary, and I have the best people on the job for it, which does not fill me with confidence. But we are we are we are trying. For now, I'm in one piece, and God forbid I lay my eyes on them. He just gives a kind of revengeful smile, like he's thinking, oh, if he could see the person that was dumb enough to try that.
Hmm. I remember that smile and I yeah, I'll leave you here. I'll just say, as the old saying goes, once you've had your run of bad luck, things are gonna look better. So just you know,
I hope that's true.
just keep on trucking. Things will turn out good, and I'm sure no one
Uh,
else is gonna try and kill you with a computer bomb again. That's kind of, you know,
that was
really
wild.
intense.
Well, maybe they'll try something else. I don't know. You know, I've gotten so paranoid that before every morning I come to work, I literally inspect my clothes inside and out. I'm checking my fucking shoes. I'm checking my goddamn shoes. I am. I'm just. Because consent. I never thought that being a corporate director would have these levels of danger and stress, and there are a lot of classified things that I'm not allowed to talk with anybody about, but the amount of juggling I have to fucking do to keep the company happy with its batshit crazy demands, and actually trying to not have everybody on this colony hate me, especially the workers. It's a goddamn mission impossible. But I'm still balancing on that tightrope. Haven't fallen completely over. Stumbling, but not fallen yet. I just hope you're right that things get better from now on. I think all the necessary building blocks are settling in their place finally for the important things when they come.
And if you ever want to talk anymore, just I'm always here for you, buddy. Just don't fret. Everything will turn out okay in the end, I'm sure.
Thank you, Simone. Thank you, and you as well. If there are any concerns, if you ever need any help or advice or whatever, I'm here. I'm not always just about the job and the business and mission and stuff, but glad you're doing okay. I'll always let you know if there's anything that is of concern of the company. I'll give you a heads up if necessary, when necessary.
Um,
Of course.
Sensing that that's probably the end of that discussion. So just to confirm, is there any other conversations anybody wants to have before the incident begins? Like Richard, do you still want to talk with Simmons, or do you want to do that later?
It does. We don't have to do it here. We can do it in DMs if need be, or we can do it here. I don't care.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, we can handle it later, I guess.
Yeah.
So, as for the major, like the start of the major incident, and then we will end there on like a cliffhanger, like we did last time. So, things have been fairly calm for several weeks. But eventually the tranquility goes out the window. Everybody who is outside spots something in the sky, namely a meteor entering the atmosphere of Koi 416d. It's burning up and breaking up and isn't on a direct. It's not like in a direct collision course with the colony, but from the general direction that it's heading, it'll land somewhere nearby. And within a few minutes, it eventually strikes the planet with a thunderous, deafening crack, and an intense vibration that can be felt even from the colony nearly knocks you to the ground. However, the worst of it has yet to come. From the crash site, a sonic shockwave ripples out from all different directions of the impact site, including toward the colony.
Shit.
So, I need everybody to make a -2 mobility roll to hold on, brace yourself.
Okay. Would we have healed any stress we had after
Yeah,
that?
by this point you're stress free.
Okay. Ability -2.
And you can push this roll, just to be clear. So.
Oh boy, that was quite an impact.
Comrade, you shouldn't. Oh, hold on. Oh, you pushed. Albert, do you want to use the story point?
No.
You sure you're capped?
Yeah, sure, fine.
Okay. Okay, so basically you all manage to, like, as you feel this, like ground trembling stuff, you just have the instinct to grab onto something, and so this, shockwave just like rushes through the column. It doesn't like, rip buildings apart, send them flying. It's not like a nuclear explosion, but it's definitely a very strong, wave like impact from, like this meteor slamming into the planet like a million miles an hour. Um, that said, it does definitely do some damage, because in the aftermath of the sonic wave, the colony is a mess. By no means is it destroyed, but most windows are shattered. Some buildings, like closest to where the meteor landed, have structural damage, and there's an absolute truckload of severely wounded colonists who weren't able to make it to shelter in time. So now the infirmary um, is like not completely packed, but they had to set up like medical tents outside. Um, and like this is relayed to El Presidente through the Union Steward, Sky, and Dr. Singh. Um, however, because I'm assuming you all probably gather, because El Presidente isn't here, and I usually kind of write these briefings like under the assumption that he is. So
Hmm.
you all are probably in El Presidente's office, discussing like what are we going to do? Like the council has convened. Um, the worst news of all is delivered by a visitor in the command center. It's somebody you have not met before, a guy who introduces himself as Patrick Sherman, the head of the agricultural department. Who, for reference, he is the one who all the farmers report to. Like he's not important enough to be part of the council, but he is definitely kind of up there in the colony hierarchy. Um,
Hmm.
and he explains, he says, guys, I don't wish to alarm you, but we have a pretty severe problem on our hands. Uh, the sonic wave absolutely shredded through the colony's farmland. And while most of the animals are okay, the fact that all the crops are gone means that the colony won't have enough food in storage to sustain the colony before more crops can be grown or Wayland Corps can send in a reply ship or a resupply ship in. And he
Oh
looks
God.
at all you and it's like, so what should we do?
How are we doing on
Well,
food
we should
reserves?
end there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
actually a good
I
cliffhanger.
suppose, yeah, that makes sense. Um,
We're all gonna starve. Duh, duh,
yeah,
duh.
yeah.
I just laugh in synthetic.
I'm gonna blast all of you bastards.
Oh, poor little humans, you need to eat. Does your tummy hurt?
Poor little meatbag. Let me play a song for you on the world's smallest violin, and he just plays a speaker in his mouth.
Oh, so Richard is probably like thinking, okay, so next session, cannibalism.
No,
Oh
no, no, no,
God.
not cannibalism,
Yeah.
but like rationing. Like it, the that's the only thing I'm thinking of is rationing right now.
Time to see if synthetic is edible.
Oh my god.
You can try, but you have to catch me first.
I'm surprised there isn't a GIF or like there's a moment I'm thinking of from Star Wars Rebels. The thing is like I'm not programmed for your humor. I wasn't joking. Ha ha ha. Like that last part. That's probably what Richard's going to this situation. It's like yeah, it sucks for you guys starving. Meanwhile, me. God. Anyway, but yeah, so we will end on that ominous note. Um, you all get usual 5 XP, and you can spend that now.
Okay, I will. What do I have to increase? Uh, Actually, yeah, I will increase it. Fuck it. I will increase that. I will finally max out my manipulation.
All right, awesome. Does anybody else?
I think I'll spend my 5 to bump up my stamina at 1 point, so it's not 2. Just in because I have a feeling that that may become relevant next session. A
Oh,
sinking feeling.
fuck yeah.
I may be like overthinking it, but
That's a good idea. I wasn't even thinking about that, just in case.
I will max out my mobility now.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, 5 points in mobility with an 8 agility.
For you're gonna be Neo dodging all of the bullets.
So if he wanted to do bodyguard, he'd probably be very good at it.
Oh yeah, just straight up like, hey, how's it going? Nope.
He doesn't need bodyguard.
He doesn't even have
I
bodyguards, so he's not going to.
I know, but with Conrad takes the initiative there. He makes him do the bodyguard for him.
Yeah, you make me do the bodyguard, and then I just like
Yeah.
full on like as you're holding me, I do the Matrix, and you're just like, oh my back.
Fuck.
No, like you hold on to Richard, and then like Richard jumps and he pulls you with him.
Just arms are ripped off and stuff.
Just imagining the robots from iRobot just jumping, and you're like holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
Okay. If it is anybody else going to spend any XP? Okay, doesn't sound like it.
Okay.
So, and then something I just want to be clear about is, I mean, because obviously, I'll have to tell Presidente separately, but like with this being the final sort of challenge that the colony faces before the grand finale, I'm saying this to any and all the major schemers here that like, starting now and before like I'd say like next session or the next two sessions, like whatever your master plan is, whether you're going to try to take over the colony or team up with somebody to defend it or team up with somebody to take it over, like whatever you want to do, you need to have that plan figured out and run it by me.
Understood.
Because like now is basically the sort of final boarding call for any sort of like master plans that people are going to carry out in the finale. So some people have already taken steps towards that, but I just want to be explicitly clear for everybody present that now is the time to do that.
Who possibly could be making a move to seize the colony? I mean, you'd have to bring in your own separate private army for that. Like I can't think of any character that would be in such a position.
Oh, you'd be
Yeah.
surprised. I mean, it definitely couldn't be somebody who is in direct control of the largest armed force in the colony, right?
No.
Or possibly a guy who, has a bunch of U.S. Army personnel under his thumb, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying, in all seriousness, I'm not saying that he's doing that, but I'm saying like he theoretically could if he wanted to. But I mean, that's why I'm gonna have to ask Blitz, like what if anything he plans to do. But like again, if anybody has any schemes that they want to carry out in the grand finale, like this is your announcement. Like you need to put some thought into that if you haven't already, and run whatever you want to do by me. Not so much for like permission as much as I just want to have a sense of what everybody's doing so I can organize it more effectively when the time comes.
Coordination, yeah, makes sense. Just yeah, people need to do that.
All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns for this session?
I'll just say when you went with Alzheimer, like curing turning into virus, I got that Planet of the Apes flashback, and I was going like, no, is this going to be the lead up into like Planet of the Sheeps that we were joking about, the sheep army?
Well,
thing,
I don't think. I mean, as far as I understand, nobody actually did that. Like, you have a research facility, you have a bunch of scientists, and you never actually started that project.
I know. I was too afraid of how crazy wacky that could have gone, since we're all doing other side secret things. But well, when you went with that, I was like, oh no, he's trying to set up that. That caught me off guard for a second. But yeah, that was fun.
All right. So glad to hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go. But see you all next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.